The Jerry Springer Show. How much was fake? What was real? The Jerry Springer Show was notorious for some outlandish stories that seemed too crazy to be true, leaving many wondering if it was real or fake. The Jerry Springer Show often shared stories that seemed too wild to be true, which left many curious whether the show was actually real. As the host Jerry Springer navigated through some of the most scandalous stories imaginable, allowing his guests to share their dirtiest laundry on air and confront their problems head-on. While the confrontations usually involved a physical fight, things seemed to resolve themselves on the show. After nearly 30 years on the air and almost 5,000 episodes, The Jerry Springer Show signed off for the final time in 2018. With some of the most outrageous stories on daytime television, The Jerry Springer Show has been a mainstay for millions over the years. Though its run has officially ended, the show still airs in syndication and leaves many curious about the reality behind the stories shown on screen. While it's clear the people on the show aren't actors, their stories may be a bit more fabricated than they seem on screen. The Jerry Springer Show was real. To a point. As explained by Jerry himself, the stories showcased on the show were real. According to Unilad, Jerry explained that people would sign up to be on the show with a secret they were looking to divulge or a problem they were hoping to resolve. From his perspective, their stories were 98% real, as legal measures were taken to ensure guests were telling the truth. To get on the show, the applicants would need to explain their story and bring the drama, but there was no assurance that the stories they were sharing with the production team were real. Many guests were likely less honest than they claimed. While it's clear that some people did apply to the Jerry Springer Show with actual problems they were hoping to resolve, others knew they could cash in on their 15 minutes of fame by getting cast. With stories that grew more and more outlandish as time went on, stars from episodes about incest-ridden relationships or marriage to animals were likely creating their own extreme stories to get on the show. Though it's not proven, it's obvious that many of the stories were either fabricated or blown out of proportion for the sake of drama. With Jerry's passing, many have been looking back on his legacy along with some of his most outrageous guests. Understanding that Jerry was first and foremost a reporter makes it clear that his show was not just meant to be a look at the scandalous lives of the average American, but a fun and sometimes playful look into people's dark sides. The more outrageous the moment, the more likely it wasn't always completely real, but the fun of the Jerry Springer Show is not always being able to tell the difference.